United States of America versus Jeremy Ford. Order for expedited response. Defendant Jeremy Ford has filed a motion for review of magistrate judge's detention order. It is therefore ordered that the United States shall file a response to the defendant's motion for review of magistrate judge's detention order or before July 6, 2026. Signed at Houston, Texas on June 23rd, 2026. Well, that ain't gonna work, and you're gonna find out soon why. But there were two major updates that dropped today. The first one is for a delay, but the second one, golly, he's tapping out. United States of America versus Jeremy Christopher Ford. Defendant's unopposed motion for a continuance of pretrial deadlines and trial. Defendant Jeremy Christopher Ford respectfully requests that the court continue the pretrial deadlines and trial of this case for 60 days. This request is so that the defense counsel will have time to review discovery, investigate the case, confer with defendant, and determine whether the case can be resolved without trial. Oh, shit. This is a felon in possession of a firearm case. Defendant is a prominent hip-hop music artist. According to the complaint, the case arises out of an incident in which defendant was robbed of jewelry by multiple individuals at the Confessions restaurant in Houston. During the robbery, while three men were attacking defendant, a gun fell on the floor. The complaint alleges, among other things, that defendant, while a convicted felon, picked up the gun, shot two of the people who were robbing him, accidentally shot a bystander in the ass, returned and shot one of the robbers, placed the gun down on the shelf or counter behind a hostess station and left. The incident is also the subject of a pending case of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon in Harris County. The case is expected to involve the defense of justification or necessity. The government is expected to allege that defendant's actions exceeded the scope of the defense. The court has set a trial date on July 7, 2026. The court has scheduled a pretrial conference for Friday, June 26, 2026. This is the first trial setting. Defendant has received one of the security videos, but has not received the rest of the discovery yet. Defense counsel needs additional time in which to obtain and review discovery, to investigate the case, to discuss it with his client, and to determine whether the case can be resolved without a trial. The Harris County case involving the same incident creates an additional layer of complexity. The government does not oppose this motion. Wherefore, premises considered, defendant respectfully requests that the court grant this motion for continuance and continue the pretrial deadlines and trial date by 60 days. The sponsor of this video is Cloaked. And there are a lot of people who are wondering why I'm going so hard to go with Cloaked and push it and everything. I want to share with y'all something that happened to me on March 7th of this year, right? And what happened was, and this is all real, this is literally out of my damn inbox. They put up my social, they put up my full name, they put up my birthday, they even put up every number I ever had and every address that I ever freaking lived at. These are real text messages, by the way, sent via goddamn Instagram. So when you see me go hard for coke, understand, I didn't know how they got that info. That's the second time in 5 years that people try to extort my personal info. First time I voted, second time I just said do what you're gonna do. Please don't be like me. Try Cloak today. They're giving you 30% off with that QR code, or tap the link in the description, or hit the pinned comment. See what data brokers sold your info today. Just take the challenge. If you don't like it, hey, don't sign up. Just see what info they have. That's all I'm asking. Try Cloak today. One of the things that happens with all of this shit is the feds deal with a point system. So when you accept responsibility, it knocks it down a couple of points. So they're going to really be arguing how long he's going to stay in prison. Now, that's not to say that he wouldn't take it to trial, but if I'm a betting man, he ain't taking this shit to trial because you let your emotions get the best of you in that moment. You see, the worst part about this is what we're going to get to in the end. It's the state of Texas. It's really not the feds. The feds were able to get you. But the state, they were able to sit back, collect all type of shit that the feds just didn't give a damn about. And so what they're trying to do is say, let's just wrap this shit up so we can fight the goddamn state. But the judge, You can't sit here and say we're going to go to trial and the Brady violation is going to be hanging over us because they'll lose the damn trial based off evidence that the defense didn't have, that the prosecution was supposed to give up. There's multiple angles, so which means they're trying to spin a story. But the problem is, will the people believe it? It's not about the people. It's about the prosecution. Like here, I'm going this far, you're going this far. Let's try to meet close to the middle and hopefully they get here because the feds just want a conviction. But judge says it's bueno. Roll it. And this is a certificate of conference on June 26, 2026. Undersigned counsel conferred by email with AUSA Kerry Fuller, who stated that the government does not oppose the motion. And so they gave him that. He's just supposed to sign off on that and then basically say, yeah, we're good with that. And here you go right here. This is the whole entire thing. And this is for the judge to actually sign. So there's that part. Entered June 23rd, 2026. United States of America versus Jeremy Christopher Ford, a.k.a. Allstar JR, not Allstar Jr., but whatever. Order. Pending before the court is the defendant's unopposed motion for continuance. The court finds that the ends of justice served by granting a continuance outweigh the interests of the public, as well as the defendant in a speedy trial. The court also finds that pursuant to 18 U.S.C. 3161, failure to grant a continuance will result in the miscarriage of justice, and that a continuance is necessary to allow reasonable time for trial preparation. It is ordered that a period of excludable delay shall commence from today, pursuant to 18 U.S.C. 3161. The period of excludable delay shall end at commencement of trial disposition of charges. The schedule and order shall be amended as follows. Motions are due by July 31st, 2026. Responses are due by July 10th, 2026. Pretrial conference is set for August 24th, 2026 at 9:30 p.m. Jury trial is set for August 31st, 2026 at 1:30 p.m. Signed at Houston, Texas on June 23rd, 2026. George C. Hanks Jr., United States District Judge. From the outside looking in, we know that due to Dirk, due to Black Zach, due to a bevy of people, how it goes when you try to get a bond after the goddamn judge said no. We've seen it happen with Big 30 and Pusheisty Daddy when they say, yes, you have to introduce something that wasn't there before that makes the judge go, I think the freaking lawyer who has this, I think they are intelligent as hell. They're about to go through line after line and line after line and look at the feds and say, what the hell y'all willing to offer besides that bullshit number y'all giving? So I believe Allstar JR is more than likely going to do maybe 5 years on this. Give or take a couple of months. They're going to find some type of case, and I think the feds are ultimately going to want 7. So we'll see, because I there's no way that you're not trying to get 5 or 4 if you're Allstar JR, and there's no way that the feds don't want at least 9 or 8. So I think the number will end up ultimately really being 7. But this is all about throwing this shit away. Allstar JR will not be beating a case. We just gonna tell the truth. You got Ben10 telling, you got OG3 telling. I don't think that, what's the boy's name? I don't think James Prince Jr. said a damn thing. I haven't heard anything about him talking, because if he did, he gonna get wrapped with a conspiracy charge. That's a 20 ball. And that boy ain't built to go to the goddamn feds, because they gonna ship his ass far out of Texas. Now, he might run GD, you know what I'm saying? He might. It's possible. He better. But as far as it stands right now, bruh, this ain't no damn justice. And the way that they're trying to paint it, I'm sorry. Not sorry. Allstar JR should just fight it. Fuck that plea deal, bruh. But I slick get it, though, because you had to look at your time that you're facing with the state shit. But it's like, if you get convicted on the state shit, that fed time ain't gonna matter. You just waiting to come home straight to the damn state penitentiary, right? All right. But there's another thing that could say, well, Nash, hold on, bro. What if he beats the damn charge with the state and they can prove some type of state law that exists where somebody else has done this? Because I would think crime of passion, him spitting on him, I think that might have saved him. That tells me you're emotional. You're not all the way there, which is a good thing for his damn defense. Because the state, in my opinion, they would have to charge him a little bit more. You got to give him multiple charges. This shit, that one thing, I'm willing to go ahead, dare I say, show that damn clip to the jury and piss them off and essentially put the jurors in Allstar JR's goddamn position. And what the hell would Ben10 say on that stand? What would anybody say on that stand? They're going to get witness statements and all of this shit and everything. And dare I say, try to hire a private investigator to see if you can link calls and text messages and all this shit to these people. You have to. But as far as the Fed case go, he tapping out, bro. He ain't fighting that shit. I get why he isn't. I just think to myself, bro, you have a good amount of shit to work with, but goddamn, had you just never came back and fired them shots, bro, you would have been all scot-free. And that's the worst part about it. But temporary insanity, in my opinion. Y'all let me know your thoughts on this one. Do y'all think that he's going to take it to trial? Because I don't see it. Or do you believe, like I do, this is a ploy to essentially hammer out a plea agreement so that they can get the hell out? Because that state case has the most time on it. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts on this one. Click right here, though, to see how Big Tig about to get fired, bro. I'm calling this shit right now. We called the Shannon Sharp shit once upon a time. But this one right here is a little different. Click right here for that video because he just went to jail last Saturday. Or click right here for the playlist to get you through your day. I will catch you on the next one. 10K away from these days giveaway. I might have a special thing, man, because it's going to be the last giveaway we do. I'm thinking of doing something crazy. So I'll catch you on the next one.